to my channel, or welcome back, either one. My name is Reagan, and today I'm going to be doing a full face tutorial. Some of the products that I'm using are going to be a first impressions. I just the other day picked up this Smashbox Photo Finish Iconic Primer Stick. I can't remember who it was that I had seen that had used this and talked about how good it is for the T-zone if you have very oily skin in that area. I tend to have combination skin, so my T-zone is very oily where the rest of my face tends to be very dry. I also will be using the Optical Illusion Complex Primer from Urban Decay. I'm going to kind of mix in with these two on that. The other new product that I bought, which it's not actually new, it's just new to me, is the Sleek Makeup, what do they call this? Highlighting palette in Solstice. So I know a lot of people's already raved about this, how great it was. I only recently got it just because they started selling it at Ulta. So I have that, and then I also recently picked up two products from Wet n Wild. One of them is the Mega Lash Skinny Tip Eyeliner. The other is the Mega Slim Skinny Mascara. So I've already used these, I think, once. This is really, really great for the lower lash line because it is so skinny. I actually use it for both the top and the lower lash line. But again, like I said, it's just for the lower lash line, it's just totally amazing for. And then the eyeliner, as you can see, just how, if it will focus, there we go, just how tiny that tip is. So that's gonna be great for doing very detailed lines if you like. Let's see here, was there anything else? Oh, and also recently in my BoxyCharm got the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 from Tarte. It is a very neutral kind of shadow palette, which is gonna be great because I actually have a open house for my boys' school today, so I don't want to go too glam with my makeup, with it just being meet and greet with the teachers. I also got the Rimmel Maxi Brown bronzer in 003 Dark. They actually had this at Walgreens for like $1 and some change. It was on clearance, so I figured why not. Can never go without too many bronzers. And let's see here, this was another thing I got. I think this one was in my Ipsy bag, and this is the Makeup Forever Professional Paris Excessive Lash. So that will be something else new that I am trying. Well, now that this intro is 1,000 miles long, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first off, we're going to go ahead and we are going to prime the eyes. I will be using the Urban Decay, sorry, let me go this way, eyeshadow primer potion. This is the original one. It's like one of the little travel size that you usually get with whenever you buy certain things from Urban Decay. So I'm just gonna put that on my eyes first. Now, I don't believe that this Tarte palette has a lot of fallout, but since it's really the first time using it, I don't want to take my chances on that, so I will be doing my eyes first this time and then go in and do the rest of my makeup. And as you can tell, I also need to do my eyebrows because they are looking a little sad right now, but we will get to all of that. So now that my eyes are primed, I will be setting it with the Conch shadow in this palette, which is this one right here. So let me go ahead and I will set that with this right here is the Royal and Land Nickel Precision Angle. I tend to use this for setting all of my eyeshadows with, because it's just so big. It just gets everything pretty much almost in one swipe. It makes it super easy. Now some people like to do their eyebrows before they do their eyes. I really don't have a preference on that. Kind of just do whatever I want and get it done. As long as it's all done and looks good, that's all that matters to me. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to go in to, let's see, I want to start off with this lighter brown, which is the Marina. It's going to be this one right here, and then I'm going to kind of move on down and use all three of these shades, the Seaside and then the Siren. Going to kind of use all three of those for my crease. So we'll go ahead and start with that. And I am using the Luxie 205 Tapered Blending for this. Now this Marina is not as dark as it looks in the palette, which is actually very nice. It makes for a good transition shade for here. So we'll just go ahead and make sure we get that all blended, and it doesn't look like this eyeshadow has a lot of fallout at all, so that's really nice. So if you wanted to do your face makeup prior to doing your eyes, you could definitely do that and get away with it. And there's not a lot of pickup in the palette either, so you're not getting a waste of your product. And you're just going to do a windshield wiper motion, as always, to get a good blend of everything. Now, I'll usually always go in with another blending brush that doesn't really have much product, or I'll go in with what I use to set my eyelid with to blend out any harsh edges that I'll have after I've put down all the colors that I want. Now I want to take this lighter color and I want to bring it up a little higher than the rest of them, and then as the darker they go, the lower I will go with the shadows on my lid. Alright, so I think all that color is good. Now I am going to go in with a different Luxie. This is the 229 Tapered Blending, just a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to go into the Seaside, which is the second dark shade in here, and I'm going to start adding that into the crease and keeping it close to the V in the corner there, and just drag it out from there. That way we get a good crease in, and again, not getting a lot of fallout or a lot of pickup in the palette at all. I was really excited whenever I saw that this was going to be in the BoxyCharm for the month of August. I'm subscribed to BoxyCharm, which is, I think, like $29 a month, give or take, with shipping here in the US. Then I'm also subscribed to Medusa's cosmetics subscription, which that one's like $15.95. That one's just a recent one. I've only gotten 2 subscription bags, boxes, whatever you want to call it, from that company so far, but they don't get a lot of recognition. They are all completely cruelty free, like everything in their collection is cruelty free, and that is like a really big thing for a lot of people. A lot of YouTubers are migrating over to being cruelty free, so I think that's a company that really needs more attention than they get. I will be using their lipstick that I got from my last subscription from them, and I think I will start with the month of September. Whenever my subscriptions come in, I will do a video comparing the 3 of them along with the price points and everything. The other one is Ipsy, obviously. I got my mascara from Ipsy that I'll be using today. But I've had Ipsy the longest, I believe, and then I started with BoxyCharm. A friend of mine, she's the one that actually got me into this. Really like this siren. This deep brown is really nice, really good color, and it's blending pretty well. But like I said, I am going to go in. I have another Luxie 205 brush here that I'll be using to kind of, I'm going to dip into that conch color, I'm guessing that's how you say it, and start blending out everything to get all these harsh edges all over there. And I think for the lid, I'm going to go with the Sunset, which the Sunset is this really nice kind of golden brown or golden color here. So I'm going to use that, and then I will use the Pearl, which is over here on this side. See if I can't get it to show a little better. Maybe, maybe not. But that one's going to be my inner quarter and my eyebrow highlight. So I'll go ahead and blend out this other side here. And like I said, just kind of going back and forth, windshield wiper motion, just to get everything all blended out. And it doesn't matter how messy it is on the sides, because I can clean that up. I just want it blended on the lid good. And let's see here, I have this So Susan, and it doesn't say anything else. Brush, I'm pretty sure I got this from either Ipsy or BoxyCharm. Don't really know which one. I'll go ahead and put that Sunset shade on. Like I said, it's a very pretty gold, and I'm kind of just doing that right in the middle there, and then I will go back and kind of blend it out on the edges. Alright, let me go ahead and get that one brush again. Like I said, just kind of blend those edges a little, like that. Now I will go with, this is Scone Smudger. Really love this for the lower lash line. I'm going to start with the Marina first and kind of just a little bit there. I don't want to do too much because I will be going in with my concealer here, so I'm only going to put just this one color on first, really close to the lash line, almost on top of it, and then we can go back and get those other 2 colors to kind of build up that lower lash line here. Alright, so let me move those brushes out of the way. And let's see here, so we'll go ahead and we will start with the face primer. I'm going to start with the Urban Decay, kind of put that on the sides of my face. I'm going to avoid the T-zone because, like I said, I'm going to put a different one on there. And just a tiny bit through here. Make sure I blend that out. I really like the way that this primer feels. It's very velvety once you get it in. I do want to put a little bit through here because this helps with your pores. And I do have a little bit of bigger pores through there. Okay, now go ahead with the Smashbox now. And this one I like it, it's just a stick, clear stick that you use, but like I said, I've heard great things about this, especially if you have oily skin, that this really, like for hours and hours, will get rid of the oil slick on your face. If you are like me, I could probably cook some fries with it by the end of the day. It is awful. And it seems like no matter what I do, what moisturizer I use or anything, I'm going to just blend that in a little more. Nothing works to help control. Alright, so set this out of the way now. For my foundation, I will be using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 310. Beauty blender. And I just got it on my watch as well. Awesome. I'll have to clean that up here in a minute. Just want to get that all over. Try not to use as much as I did. Like I said, I just wasted a ton. To just blend all that out. Make sure. Alright. Now I still haven't put my highlight on my brow yet. I'm going to do that after I've done my eyebrows, so that way it doesn't mess with it too bad. Alright, and let's see here, where's my, and for my highlight, or not my highlight, sorry, for my concealer, I will go in with my trusted Tarte Shape Tape. I think this is like a cult favorite right about now. I've tried a few others, but really when it comes down to it, this one just works the best for me. And my shade is Light Medium Honey. I did go with a lighter shade than my actual skin tone for the purpose of highlighting under the eyes. Alright, now I learned this from watching Rachel Love's video where she was doing some different beauty hacks where she cut the beauty blender in half. Obviously an old one, you don't want to cut a brand new one in half, but cut it in half and it fits perfect for right under the eye for blending that in. So happy I came across that video and that hack, because I was getting ready to actually throw this out because I didn't use it as much since I've gotten the new blender, which honestly I don't even know the brand. I don't remember. I got it from TJ Maxx and I wanted to try it to see how well it worked. I kind of go through, try different blenders all the time. I got the pure ones through BoxyCharm, but I've used that a few times, but it's very stiff. Not a huge fan of that one. Now, I did hear that a good drugstore beauty blender would be the Flower brand, which is a Drew Barrymore brand that she has of makeup. I think it works really well. I just haven't gotten it, mainly for the fact that my Walmart's been out of it. So, and I don't like to have to drive long distance for things. So I am going to use some banana powder to not so much bake, because it tends to be a little heavy when you do that, but kind of just to press it in and set that concealer so that it does not crease. It does tend to. Alright, so like I was saying, that kinda, I don't know, I think it made it a little too yellow under the eyes, but that's okay. You know, fix that here in a moment. Let me just go ahead and set the rest of my face real quick, since I already poured out enough of it. Now, what I can do to lighten that up under the eyes is I will use my Chatty Airspun. That one's a lot lighter, and I can just put a little bit of that under there to kind of help lighten it up. And again, like I said, I'm not baking. I actually press it all the way down in, make sure it's good and sunken in. Now we'll use the coating to go ahead and finish setting the rest of my face. Just pressing that in. I go to start bronzing and putting the blush on. Alright, so I'll set that one out the way. Have some working space here. I guess we will go ahead and we will do the eyebrows. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Powder in Ebony. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to kind of carve it out just a little bit on the underneath with the the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This one is in Porcelain. Way lighter than my actual skin color, but that's okay. You want the underneath to be a little bit lighter. You want that highlight. I don't use it on the top part because of it being so much lighter than the rest of my skin. It just doesn't look right. Now you can get a more flesh colored highlighter. I think I have one somewhere. I'm just not pulling it out right now. That you can use on the top if you want to kind of make it look better. I'm just gonna use this to blend that a little bit there. Alright. That looks good. So now I will go back in to that Tarte palette now. Go ahead and use the Pearl to highlight the brow bone there, and then the inner corners. Alright, then I'll go back in with the smudger and go ahead and smudge out that lower lash line a little more. And I'm just using those other two browns in the palette. Okay, now that I've got that done, we will go ahead, and what I will do is I will go ahead, I will do my eyeliner, because that takes me probably longer than it does my eyebrows because I want it perfect. I'll do that off camera, and then I will come back on to show the mascara. Go ahead and set my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Gel in Clear. That way lifts them up, kind of keeps them in place. This is my favorite brow gel. It works so good at keeping them up and looking kind of bushy, making it look like I've got more there than I actually do. Alright, so now I will be right back with... Alright, so nothing too dramatic with the eyeliner, just a small wing. Now I do have slightly hooded eyes, so I do kind of do my more towards the tip of my ear so that the eyeliner looks better than if I was to try to do it to the tip of my eyebrow. Kind of does like a wonky curl and it does not look good. I am going to go ahead and use my bronzer. I will use, let's see here. Now I did get this from Moda Pro. I think it is part of the Royal Langley brushes. This is the BMX 250 chisel. This was in my boxy charm as well. So I'm going to use that to kind of do my contouring. I'm going to use the same for my bronzer. I'm just using the darker part of the bronzer to do the contour, and then I will go back with the bronzer and kind of even it all out so it doesn't just look like I got a strip of color on my face. Because right now that's looking kind of hard. It's the first time using this for doing my contour. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's not horrible, but it's also not the best. To bronze, I'm also going to be using part of that Moda Pro brand, the BMX 130 pointed. This they say is for blush. I don't use it for that. I use it for bronzing the skin because I like how big it is. I don't put that much blush on to have that big of a brush for it. So I have a different brush that I use for my blush. Like I said, just kind of warm the skin up a little bit. I don't contour my nose. Alright, now that I have got the bronzer done, let me go ahead. This is the Luxie 514 blush brush that I use, and I will be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush in Party. I got this from Sephora for my birthday. It was a birthday pack. Came with some lipstick, I believe it was. Lipstick in the blush. I mainly wanted it for the lipstick because I was already a fan of their liquid lipstick, but now I'm a huge fan of the blush. I really like the coloring to it on it. Looks good. Alright, now for highlighter, I actually use the Luxie 660 Precision Foundation brush. I use that for my highlighter. I just like it. I don't use it for foundation. I never will. So I won't be using the cream color because I've already put a lot of powder on and the cream just doesn't sit well on top of powder. So I think today I will though go in with this pink color here. I don't think it tells you the names. No, it's just a pink color. So that's the one that I will go into here for my highlighter. And I am actually going in with a very light hand, and you can see already just how intense that highlighter is. It's great. I love it. I love to shine there. I think highlighting is my favorite part of makeup, besides the liquid lipstick. Get my Cupid's bow. Lose a little bit here above the eyebrows and a little on the chin. Alright, now that all that is done, mascara. So like I said, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild mascara for my lower lash, and I'm going to try this Makeup Forever on the top lash. And we'll see how well that works. Again, this one actually, I don't know if you can see, but it has a very skinny kind of brush, which is good. We'll just see how well it works. Another thing, I don't curl my lashes. They're already naturally curled, and I am not the hugest fan of falsies. They take me forever and a day to get them to stick right, so I only wear those on like special occasions, if even then. Kind of depends. I did wear them for my anniversary dinner that I had back on the 17th. And that was it. And I think that was the first time I've worn them in years. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I have better mascaras, like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise that everybody uses. I have that one. I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I like better. This one, I mean, it's okay. It's not horrible. Alright. Then for the lower lash line, we will be using this from Wet n Wild for the lower lash line. I like it because you can get really close up in there. And I don't know if it's that these have fiber in it, like little fibers to help make your lashes look longer, or what, but I'm telling you, I really love the way that the lower lash line looks. I may actually use a little bit on the top lash here, just on the tips of it. Alright. Okay, so now to set the face, I will be using the Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Setting Spray. Alright, and then I go back in with my Beauty Blender and kind of just press that in, and that helps make everything kind of not just sit on the skin anymore, but actually really sink in. I think just make it look so much better. Alright, and for lipstick, like I said, I will be using the Medusa's Makeup, and this is the Metallic AF lip gloss in Cherry Pie. I am a huge fan of this lip gloss. It's really more of a liquid lipstick that dries matte. It is amazing. Love the color. I love the formula. It's very lightweight. Once it dries down, you almost forget it's even there. maybe I can put my lipstick on properly today. Alright, and there you have it. This is my kind of natural go-to, not too extreme look that I have, using the Tarte palette that came in my BoxyCharm, using the new Sleek highlighter, and again, I really love this lipstick. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also hit the notification bell so that way you get notified whenever I do new videos. I don't have a schedule at this time as to what I'm doing, trying to get it all situated out as to what will be the best days for me to film. But again, thank you for watching, and you have a great day.